It's getting a lot harder to write titles that people are actually going to click. I wonder how Hormozi does it. Let's find out. This simple productivity system made me $100 million. Now, why would somebody click that? Looking beyond the thumbnail, we see this simple. The word simple, very important. People love simple. People love easy. So when you're associating the word simple with productivity and $100 million, people are going to take interest. And you can see that they did, because this is only a day old and he has 119,000 views on there. Now, obviously, a lot of this success is predicated on Alex's long-term success on the platform, but even so, a lot of people clicking this video will be seeing Hormozi for the first time, simply because the word simple associated with productivity and $100 million. That's a winning title right there. And you could copy that framework. Simple calculus study guide got me a 4.0 GPA. Simple barbecue rib recipe won first place in contest. You see, it's repeatable. You don't have to like the guy, you don't have to like the content, but clearly he knows what he's doing when it comes to YouTube titles. So how about this one? This email strategy made over $2.4 million. Steal it. You're looking at the 2.4 million, of course, that's the draw in this title. And the steal it, well, that's insinuating as if Hormozi's gonna be giving away the whole recipe here, the whole formula in this video. And by just watching this video, just donating 22 minutes of your time, you'll be able to just replicate this $2.4 million strategy. Of course, people in the entrepreneurial marketing space are gonna click that video. This video format got me over 2.4 million views. Steal it. You see, it's repeatable. You look at the framework of the titles and you can apply it to your niche. You can apply it to your category. You can apply it to your channel instantly. So here from 2 days ago, you see stop being broke, get busy. And on the thumbnail, you see do the unscalable. Unscalable just means something that's not easily automated or replicated on a mass scale. Scaling means it's something you could replicate at a high level easily. Hormozi's telling you to do the unscalable, which is absolutely contrary to what most business advice is that permeates on YouTube right now. So right there, just with the actual thumbnail, he's gonna gain a lot of interest right there. And then the stop being broke, get busy title. A lot of people are gonna be triggered by that. There's gonna be people that are motivated by that, that'll be like, man, I wish I wasn't broke. I would like to stop being broke. I'm gonna click this. Then there's also gonna be people that will click and be like, who's this guy think he is telling me to stop being broke? Who is he? What does he know? Either way, he's gonna get the click. It's polarizing. It's very smart too. And also saying do the unscalable, being contrary to all this modern YouTube business advice. Obviously, it's something different. It stands out. And he's got that dead stare in his eyes there. He looks very serious. So he's got a winner right here. And that's why he was able to get 152,000 views in 2 days. And if we're looking at the videos here for the last 7 days, that's the most popular one. Stop being broke, get busy. Because this video title resonates with the largest amount of people on YouTube. It's cross-cultural. Nobody likes the feeling of being broke. And the get busy part, that can inspire or it can trigger. Because someone who's broke, they might be working 60 hours a week in a job that just doesn't pay that much. So that can be triggering, like, hey, what do you mean get busy? I am busy. I work every day. I work more than you do, Hormozi. Someone might think, and they'll click that, right? They want to see what he has to say. It looks like right now he's still getting 694 views per hour 2 days after the fact. The lowest performing video in the last week is how to build a valuable company you can sell someday. Well, why is that the lowest performing video? Because it's a highly qualified video. So while Hormozi only received 50,000 views with that title, they're highly qualified views. Because if you know anything about Alex Hormozi, he's running acquisition.com where he buys businesses, makes them more profitable, and sells them. So by putting out a video, how to build a valuable company you can sell someday, he's gonna get a lot of qualified leads watching that video. So that's a business-centric video. That's smart for him. He's not trying to grow his YouTube channel with that video. He's trying to grow opt-ins over at acquisition.com and make more money for his company. So it's very smart that he's doing it that way. But it's also predictably the lowest viewed video the last week because it's just gonna have the lowest audience that's interested in something like that, but it's a highly qualified audience. So if you're selling things on YouTube, whether it be products or services, You can have some highly qualified titles like that that are very specific to the market that you serve. You're not gonna get a ton of that social proof, I guess, but it's highly qualified. He still was able to receive 50,000 views, and of that, yeah, it's gonna be a small percentage of people that actually have a company that's viable enough to sell at acquisition.com, but that doesn't matter. He's gonna be bringing in qualified leads. That's the whole purpose of that video. So that makes a lot of sense. And it's titled appropriately to do exactly what it's designed to do. The man's a genius when it comes to these titles. So here's something that anyone can do. 13 years of brutally honest business advice in 90 minutes. Perfectly structured. It's a little bit long of a title, but it's a perfectly structured title because nearly every word in this title has significance. 13 years, right there. Okay, so the 13 years. This guy must be an expert, or at least he's seen some things in those 13 years. That's over a decade of experience. So right there, you got the audience's attention. Of brutally honest business advice. Well, a lot of this business advice can be seen as fluff, or I'm just trying to sell you something. So brutally honest is the key word right there, the key phrase. Brutally honest business advice in 90 minutes. So you have the actual duration of the video, and it's 90 minutes to the button. No more, no less, right? And this video has been up for a month, and it's still getting 622 views per hour, 1.7 million views, and right there with the text, you see sell to the rich, right? So you're assuming that the vast majority of people that are gonna click this probably aren't rich already, right? And that's evident in the 1.7 million views it was able to receive in a month, because you could argue that most people that are watching YouTube aren't what one would consider rich, you know, maybe above 250,000 a year. Clearly it's outperformed the video right before it and the video right after it. And the thumbnail as well. I know this video is not about thumbnails, but take a look at the look on his face. His expression really sells the sell to the rich text. He has a secret that he wants to tell you. And all the psychology plays into it. It plays into the click-through rate, the CTR. But I say anyone can do a title like this because let's say you worked at McDonald's for 13 years. How about this for a title? 13 years of fast food horror stories. Let's say you worked in retail for 13 years. 13 years of retail horror stories. The point is this, that if you listen to Hormozi, this is a structure that he pontificates quite a bit in his content, and it's something I never really considered before, but you can use your experience. If you're not a millionaire, if you don't have 1 million followers, if you don't have 1 million views, you can use your experience to authentically speak to your authority. What I mean by that is this, is if you've been in a business, an industry, a hobby, anything for a vast amount of years and you've amassed some sort of authoritative view on that through your experience, that's something you can lead with in your titles, and that's exactly what Hormozi is doing with this 13 years of brutally honest business advice in 90 minutes. It's probably my favorite title that he's ever made. It's definitely the one that caught my eye the most because it's something that anyone can do. Anyone can do this title, and they can apply it to their content, and it will get people's interest. AIDA. Attention, interest, decision, action. We definitely have that in all these Hormozi titles, but as you can see, the one right before this, the Ultra Rich Playbook, legal and tax-free, it's only got 139,000 views, right? Because it's for a very specific audience, and there's nothing wrong with that either, because first and foremost, Hormozi's a businessman. He's got acquisition.com. He's trying to go ahead and make profits with that. So it makes sense to have these highly qualified titles and videos for that specific market that he can serve to the highest extent. You could hear him say this in his content. It's nothing that's not already out there. I'm not presenting any novel ideas about his content. He tells you exactly what he does, which is why I recommend checking out his channel if you're serious about growing a business on YouTube or elsewhere. But it's important to look at these titles from time to time, especially with people that are very successful like Hormozi. Because if we look at his stats, just due for the last 7 days, Hormozi has received 4.3 million views on his channel, 20,000 new subscribers, and he published 30 videos. So we know he's been publishing shorts, because we can see right here he's only published 5 long form. So that means he put out 25 shorts in that span of time. Point is this. Look at what he does, look at how he does it, look at why he does it, and figure out how you can apply the same methods to your titles. Because the landscape for YouTube titles are changing. A lot of this stuff is going to be an interest-based algorithm that's serving content to viewers, and it's going to become less search-oriented. Now, when you're just starting out on YouTube, your channel is most likely going to be found through YouTube search. But as you begin to create an audience profile by people watching your videos, YouTube is going to determine who watches your videos and why they're watching your videos. At the same time, simultaneously, you need to make these determinations as well, because you can make some mistakes with your channel. I've made mistakes with this channel. You gotta give the audience what they want, while still building curiosity in your titles. You can start winning like Hormozi. It won't be an overnight thing, but everyone starts at 0. That's the most important thing you need to remember about YouTube. We all start at 0. So if it's your first channel and you're still under 10 subscribers, you're still under 100 views on your entire channel, don't lose hope. It's consistency, authenticity, and repetitions. The more repetitions you get, the better you're gonna get. I hope this video gave you a little bit of perspective on how Hormozi is winning with these really well-written titles. You can check out some of these reviews I've done on other YouTube channels, and I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time on Video SEO Club.